Hello boys and girls, welcome to the semi-final B of the Far Albion Cup Season 6. We have one finalist confirmed already, that's La Prout and the Chaos, and today we get to find out whether Arcane can get through to another final he can lose, or Blitzy and his Nurgle. This would be quite a big moment for Nurgle. Dominant force in Blood Bowl 2. Obviously, with the change in the way that the league is structured, this has been a more challenging rule set for them to have success in. Let me turn down the game sound. That's the problem. I'll just put it like that. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't doubt that will actually make a difference. But there we go. Let me just put that down. I don't know whether that will make any difference, but I'm sure the chat will tell me. I'm also getting a little bit of feedback, I think, from Little Wing, but let's see. So let's introduce Little Wing, because Little Wing's here. Hello, Little Wing.
Hi, Phil. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Oh, it's much better. Oh, very good. Okay, well, let's have a little look at the team, shall we? With about 12 minutes to go, so we, this is our Gary Lineker moment. Well, it's not going to be Gary Lineker anymore, is it? Because he's going. So there are the two teams. You have a disgusting Orc side, which is missing a couple of players, and the sneaky get dirty player is not there. I'm already feeling better about this already, and I'm sure Blitzy's feeling a little bit better about this. Do you think, Little Wing?
Yeah. Just looking at Blitzy's team, that's quite a solid Nurgle team, actually, for what it does. Some floor, some guard, maybe a sturdy player, but that can be a sneaky get. But the Orcs are tough, and Archangel's team is really good, even if there's missing players. We'll see.
I suppose the only thing to kind of say is that the teams cut a player. I can't remember which one it's cut, but the basically the upshot of it is that Blitzy he's cut a rotter, and I think he's cut a rotter basically to ensure that he has 150k's worth of inducements. Yeah, the bloaters being gone is not great. So I think the Orcs will have a strength advantage. What would be really good though is if the Rotspawn can get stuck on Queen Mathamus and try and shut her down, which I think would likely be a tactic. You're far more steeped in the bash side of the game, Little Wing, as a dwarf coach. So how do you expect this game to go? What do you think the coaches are going to be trying to do here to maximize the damage caused? Because essentially this is going to come down to who can damage the other team better than the other.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I'm guessing I missed the MNG on the loaders there, but I still think maybe Blitzy's best chance is to try and grab the Orcs by the belt. Yeah, because Nurgle, especially with the Rot Spawn, try and take a few players out. But that can be dangerous if the Mighty Blow fires. But it's got some good wrestle, still a little bit of guard. You've got the tail on the spawn. If I was playing this as Nurgle, I'd be trying to grab Orcs by the belt and try and win the position. That would be my take on it. But it's a tough ask. Mathamus is right. The Orcs are the favourites here. But we've seen upsets in the FA Cup this season.
Yeah,
get one tonight.
Absolutely, and we will absolutely start a prediction in a moment, which Mathamus will organise to see who we think is going to win this one. I think this is going to come down to, can Heptha Pustulus get his Claw Mighty Blow to work? Because I think what we also have to remember is that There's a few skills on this that I think are a little bit irrelevant. Obviously, the tackle's only good for one piece, so you know, if you take the Pestigore with tackle, there's actually no need for the tackle, so it's kind of like a lost skill on this one. I'm not sure if the break tackle's necessarily going to make a difference against the rot spawn. If the rot spawn can get on it, then you know it's still just difficult to get away. I still think it's going to be challenging for the Nurgle, given the fact that their strength down and those rotters are going to be there. They've got 13 players, but again, bad dice will be a problem for Archangel with only 2 rerolls. So if we get an early double skull, say, in the drive, it might start to become a bit interesting. If the thrower gets removed and then you're having to rely on someone else to pick up the ball, that could be interesting. As I say, I always think with the it's a bit of a shame that I mean, obviously Nurgle, you can't really afford to get a strip ball, but I always like having a strip ball for that second phase of the drive, where if on defense you've managed to strip the initial ball carrier, hopefully stun them or KO them or worse, and then obviously the strip ball comes into play, because you're never usually running a player or an extra player with sure hands.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether Blitzy takes the wizard or takes a star player as well, because I think with Bash on Bash, a lot of it is down to controlling the clock, when you score, when you can force your opponent to score. I mean, I know we've got overtime in this, but that wizard could be something, if he took it, that he could keep in his pocket and try and dictate the rhythm of the game. But yeah, this should be a good game, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just going to let you have a little bit of a chat on the chat for a moment, because I'm just going to open the door. So I'm just a bit worried about my laptop getting incredibly hot. It is obviously very warm in the UK at the moment, and my laptop went a bit funny. No, how can I do that? My wife's telling me off live on stream. Maybe we should have a vote for that. Whose wife tells them off on a daily basis?
Might be easier to say whose wife doesn't tell them off on a daily basis. That might be quicker.
Absolutely. Oh, is Archangel getting told off as well? Well, there we go. Well, my amazing wife has opened the windows and doors for me, so I have no need to kind of get up. You get everything on the UKBBL: comedy, great Blood Bowl. Yep. So we're just waiting for this game to start, and hopefully we'll be away. Again, I'm gonna watch the. I think this is a new thrower, isn't it? It must be a new thrower. Let's find out whether this thrower's any better at picking up the ball in important games than the last one was.
Archangel's thrower is this?
Yeah, he's had a problem with picking up the ball in important matches. But I know I say it every time we come on here on stream. I can't wait for the draft to really kick in and see the back of some of these orcs that he's got. They're just horrible.
So speaks the elf coach.
Oh, my elf team are disgusting at the moment, like really disgusting. If anyone wants to go and have a little look at it, it's really horrible. All the teams are really horrible at the moment. I think mine's like 770. I've got 3 lodge steppers with guard. One's got diving tackle. I've got a killer one. I've even got a witch now. Are you listening, Itchin? If you're here, Itchin, I have a witch.
Yeah, we were looking at your team actually in the last show, and it's very obvious that Prem West has been a bit of a bash fest for the last few seasons, because you've got so much guard on that alpha team.
Yeah, you have to. I mean,
yeah,
there's no real choice. You have to engage with the bash, and essentially when I played the Wood Elves yesterday, I had to play like a bash team. It didn't work because it took me something like 12 turns to injure a Wood Elf, and the Fowler was terrible. I think I got a KO, and then he got sent off on a stun, which was fabulous.
I had a similar match there up against Norse, where just couldn't remove them. Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Let's just reduce some of the graphics, just a little bit, trying to just help my laptop in this hot weather. So if Little Wing does disappear, I will need the chat. You will need to help me get through that time all by myself, all on my Todd. Because otherwise we start talking about Toad in the Hole again. You've got to keep me talking about something else. For Tuss, it's quite nice. I had that today for the first time.
Archangel, you have no power here.
Yep, I have the comm. You've actually given it to me. This is not your OBS that's running this, so you can't mute me.
Well, that break I'm going to need to take is in about 10 minutes' time, but I'll let you know before I go.
Oh no, absolutely fine. Mayday, mayday.
So Lala Prout was the other semi-final, and I've been really busy for the last couple of weeks. But who was that against, and how did that go?
That was, well, Lala Prout is in the chat, so I think might be able to tell us. I think Chaos did Chaos things. Is probably the best way of saying it. I'll have a little look.
Mark Loud, yes.
Yeah, basically, just having a look. Mark just finally just lost players. Yeah, down to like 5 players. I think in the second half, 4 players versus 11 at one point. So yeah, hopefully we get something that's a little bit more even.
Okay, well, I think we're off.
Okay, we're just looking for the game to come up on the live, on the old friendly matches. Blood Bowl 3 needs to just pick it up. I have an interesting rule set, folks, that I think I'd like to discuss. It's a French event. I was discussing this with my local, with another local league who actually joined 2, being a bit of a tart when it comes to games. So there we go. We've got the game picture now. Fabulous. Yeah, being a bit of a tart when it comes to leagues. I'm playing in 1 league in Norwich, and then I'm playing 1 league in Woodbridge. I will give a shout out to Blood Bowl Live and the folks down that way. They do an excellent podcast, and there's lots of people doing excellent podcasts. But I will give them a bit of a shout out because they're one of my local leagues. They have a show, I think, on Monday. I think is when they do it. So yeah, search out Blood Bowl Live. You can find Chris and the gang talking all things Blood Bowl.
Excellent, I'll check that out.
They did talk about something very interesting about, sort of home stadiums and sort of what would you have as a home stadium. Skidder, stab, and we're in the rain, folks. And the Nurgle win the toss, which could be quite important. Gives them a free turn to try and get rid of a couple of Orcs. But it's interesting. It's in the rain. Do you want to actually receive? It's kind of the worst. The worst option, I think, for Blitzy here. And it makes sense he's having a good think about it.
Yeah.
Would you still be receiving here as the Nurgle, or would you go, nah, I'll let the Orcs take it?
I'd take a ball. I'd take a ball because he's got 13, 14 players. If you lose 1, 2, or 3 rotters, Archangel's just going to stall it out. So I'd take the ball, and he's got a short hands lodger, hasn't he? So.
Yeah, well, what's also good is because the Sneaky Git's not in, he's lost his ability to kick as well. So it's not a case of he's going to be able to kick down and close in the corner where the Orcs can just immediately put you under pressure. It's going to be a little bit more luck-based to see what happens there.
Lala Prowl makes a really good point in chat. You know, with OT not taking the offense, it's really brave, and that's a good point. Now, after that, watch Blitzy struggle to pick it up for 3 turns.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sort of 3 out of 4 you should do, so, you know, you should still pick it up by the end of the second turn.
Yes.
You know, this is not, you know, we're not talking about a Khemri side who will just struggle.
Yeah.
But the rain does give this in a much more interesting dynamic.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? Because it doesn't often hold the weather, and yeah, if you get good weather for Archangel's possessions, we'll see.
I'll also be
It all
interested to
comes down
see
to
whether
dice.
Blitzy actually decides to start Skitter, because I'd possibly be saving him for a 1 turn at the end of the game.
Yeah, actually, after I said that, watch the weather change.
It would be a bit of a shame, actually, because I think this weather actually gives them a really interesting complexion to the game. This will be the first time I've seen Skitter Stab on the table.
No, I haven't played him on Blood Bowl 3 either, actually.
I mean, I don't play Filthy Skaven or Chaos teams that can play him, so. But I do, because he's got the Favoured of, and he's got Underworld. There's quite a number of teams that can take him, and actually for Khorne, he's really, really useful. No, I think this is a deliberate thing, because Skitter came on to the start. I don't think well, personally, I think he's saving Skitter to try and get a 1 turn. I think there's not enough stand firm to stop the 1 turn. That's actually helpful for Nurgle.
Yeah.
And the ball's reasonably well located. Take a push here. Does interestingly leave the Rot Spawn lockable next turn. Ooh! Makes the drive easier.
Yeah, I guess that's why
you're like that for the Nurgle.
Yeah.
It's what Blitzy will be thinking. I say in these games, it is what it descends into, right? It's the who can kill more players. Again, not what you're looking for really here. I think you've got to take the push because
I think it's a stand firm, isn't it?
you don't want to leave that killer piece blockable.
I think it's bigger stand firm, yeah. But you've still got another shot at him if you move the piece up.
It's be interesting whether Rot is the hero and removes this Black Orc here, or Biggin. DK Max, down he goes.
Phil, it's that time. I'm going to leave you for a second, okay?
Oh, absolutely. No, you go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, thanks.
Cat, help me. What do I say? Who's had Toad in the Hole before? No. No, I'd say that's a fairly successful turn for the Nurgle. Good start for them. Coffee. I quite like coffee, Matthews. Best purchase we ever got, me and my wife, was a coffee machine that lives in our kitchen. Delicious.
If the player remains very quiet, he may not be noticed.
Oh, my wife likes tea.
There's only one word to say.
Very nice. Oh, yes, well, I'd agree. Alcoholic beverages, yes. Ales, proper British ales. Adnam's Brewery just down the road from us. Broadside, very nice. As well, a lot of this guard really comes into play here. Nurgle outguarded. Not really sure what can be done really to counter this apart from to use the Blitz well. We come and stick this guard in possibly to there. Try and shore up this front. Not a lot you can do against all of that guard.
Obviously, when faced with a Nurgle team, one has to expect to handle some not
Not the result that you wanted,
pleasant substances.
but does isolate.
Something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is
That killer. Blitzy has to be careful here. Ball definitely not safe. It's going to be challenging to get it safe as well. Even that loss of an Orc doesn't feel like the Nurgle have got that many options. 2 players free, plus the ball carrier.
Those players are running each other rapidly. Were you much of a runner on the field?
Absolutely not, Jeff. I stood on the line of scrimmage and I victimed them. I mean, rival players came to me.
Yep, Adam's about 20 minutes from us. Incidentally, if you want to be within 20 minutes of Adnam's, got the Nest Point Cup inaugural competition in in Lowestoft, held on the 20th September. Last 2 places available. So if you would like to be part of history, come play down in Lowestoft. At I think it's First Carlton Coal Air Scouts Hut. You can get your ticket while stocks last. £10. Some lovely Charlie Victor prizes available for the winners. Yeah, really not sure where Blitzy's going here. Oh, gets the 1 dice. Gets the 1 dice, very nice. That frees up another block. Very tactical already for a match.
He seems a little stunned, doesn't he?
Count those teeth, Jim.
Close to breaking the armor,
Pick
not
up
quite
one
though.
off the ground in a few seconds' time.
Gets another one.
They're not
Oh,
going
now
in.
is there a foul here? Can I get the ball into a reasonably safe spot? Treating the player away, I think it's a good choice. What the foul result would be looking for there. I think this is where you see the Nurgle take some hits here. 2 hits definitely along here, with that standing up. Definitely another hit here. Probably looking at another block on the rot spawn. Maybe 1 dice.
Oh, look at that little snotling attacking the troll.
Oh, but the foul appearance comes into play. It's not the foul appearance, it's the Dauntless. Does he take the wrestle? Does just freeze up that Blitzer. Mathimus currently locked up. Do you want to take that 1 in 9? This will be the danger though, you won't want to send Mathimus through on their own, that's just a prime target for Pustus to go and blitz. Well structured there, I like that move. Just releases this player here. Perhaps to go and
They've
blitz.
got the advantage, but there is no sure thing in life.
The pushes that you'd want. Or not getting knockdowns that you'd want.
He's whistled into the ground. Oh, awesome.
Still got that bug in Blood Bowl 3 by the look of it, where you're selecting the dice graphic.
That player's a little short. Oh no, my mistake. He's on the ground.
I'm assuming it's just, again, just to free up that space. You've got that rotter locked up. Oh no, I understand what you're saying. You've got the block there, haven't you? You could have used instead.
Players can barely speak, Jim, let alone write. And you should know, you've interviewed enough of them.
Not really sure how that would work on Blood Bowl 3. You have to decline the wrestle, and then block comes into play. I'm assuming that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to decline the wrestle, and then because the player has block. Maximus just staying out of striking range there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Go for it.
Did this guy leave his brain in the
Too much resource, I think, required. A lot spawn going stupid, not very helpful. Just be bringing that rock spawn over there. I suspect that's where I would be blitzing. Try and free up this player to maybe go and do something else. Feel like the guard's really starting to swing the tempo.
Got any advice for the
The
budding
tempo is
coach
definitely going to be
then,
with the Orcs on the next turn if they can get some blocks
Always
here.
wear undermans, because you never know who might be looking. Some of these cameras work both ways.
Oh, it looks rather like an old traditional
So this was the blitz that I
style.
suspected.
I know this one.
Absolutely, you want to
Romania.
harsh dice there. The player's going to get take 2 hits next turn as well.
Come on, guys, together.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Yep. Maximus can't quite get on the player yet, but this blitz is a bit of a problem. The 1 dice block works again though with a POW. That's then going to free up this not spawn here.
That player better get up. Nothing good comes from spending any
We get
time
another
on the
block
ground
here.
in this game.
Those 1 dice have been really crucial.
They've got the advantage, but there is no sure thing in blunder.
Now his fighting can move freely.
Bit of a shame. I think he probably wants to bring that rot spawn or that bloater over. Interesting to see whether he takes this down. But I would decline this because I think I'd want to try and hit this blocker over here, or this bloater over here. I think you're then starting to force the ball carrier towards Maximus here. I think this is the right play. Has to follow, I think. Chooses not to. So now I've got 2 dice here. Blitzer's essentially now got a free run, and the Orcs can really put the press on.
They're gathering around that lone player, like
Another
halflings
fail.
around a sandwich.
Excuse me.
The attacker has an assist. He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
I suspect there was method in their madness in the fact that Skidder is on the bench.
Me, I like it.
Well, a very nice stun there. Now that ball carrier's all on his own. I'm not sure you can actually get any cover over to him as well. I think this is really, really dangerous now.
The snotling
Well, a knockdown on that stand firm player in this turn becomes a little bit less dangerous, but for you know, from the perspective of the Nurgle anyway. But again, this is another reason why this team is just so good. This Orc team is just so good. You know, completely skill stacked. Plenty of guard, block and wrestle everywhere. So you're only failing 1 in 36 blocks. I think Blitzy might have to sacrifice this rotter over here. It is only a rotter, but it is another player. That gives away the advantage. I think probably as the attacking team, you probably want to get 2 up rather than just 1 up. You then start to feel a bit of an advantage. But I really don't know where he's going with the ball here.
Have you tried that Croxiade yet, Bob?
Sports drink made by the Skaven of Clan Pestilence?
Let's push it.
I may not be
dear.
the sharpest spider, but I'm not that.
I think there's probably a long pause here as Blitzy curses at the screen. Not great.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, I think you're here to witness the Orcs blitz the ball carrier.
They're
Dear.
gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. He stays still like a rock.
What do we think, chat, about using rerolls on loner players? I just as a basic concept, just don't go for them. Wow. Rotter's dodging on a 6+. On a 4+, rolls a 6. Very nice. Does lose the Rotter though.
Yeah, absolutely. Needs must.
Did it really do that? I must have missed that. Good spot. Oh, Mr. Blitzkrieg is actually here. You're not meant to be here, Blitzy. So we can talk about you. Yeah, made the first. No, that wasn't yours. Yeah, made the first one and then did a second one. Yeah, missed that. Not great. Ball's not getting sacked, I think, this turn. I think the fact that the Rotter's got him has meant that the sack has been avoided. Oh, I see. Blitzy came here to moan about the dodge. Fair enough. Yeah, the way Blood Bowl 3 sometimes pans out your moves is not particularly
Snottling baked in a
the same way that a player would do it. Oh, here comes the blitz.
Yeah.
Arcane just found an answer.
You can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
Gets the pro roll, but he's going to use a re-roll and doesn't get rewarded for it. Would you just be legging it here?
Absolutely.
Obviously, when faced with a Nurgle team, one has to expect to handle some not necessarily pleasant substances.
If you can get out of that with those tackle to oh no, he's got a player sweeping. That must be help.
It's also got a nice safety back here in that blitzer.
In trouble.
Come on, Rotspawn, you need to do something. Hey! Finally remembers what he's doing. Again, I think I'm going to go back to I actually think what is costing Blitzy here is missing the bloaters.
Yeah.
Has to go for Maximus here. I think this is a good choice. If you can get rid of this player, this is huge. In the context of the game, a stun is okay. And actually now what you could do is you could blitz with a carrier, and that's a nice play as well. I approve. I mean, you could still take a blitz here, but obviously you're looking for a POW instead, or you're looking for a dodge. Neither of which are very affable.
I think if I was blitzing, I mean, your turn 7 next turn, you need all of your GFIs with that full carrier to get them.
And almost at this point, is it worth not rolling dice? Arcane just got one re-roll.
The teams are backed by the powerful greater clans, so you have clan Sky.
And that sucks.
That's why I love
And no regen either. So one block piece has gone. I think what we're likely to see is a block from the blitzer here, moving this big un in here, and then blitzing at least with the wrestle lineman to greaten the odds.
Yeah.
Of course, you could just take it with the frenzy big un, but if you're trying to release the ball, I think probably taking it with the wrestle.
I think, yeah, maybe, but at this stage, if you just push him back, you've got your tackle players free next time, and your wrestle players free next time. There's no real rush for Arcane to
Yeah,
turn
the
over.
thrower's not on the pitch, so I mean, you're possibly just trying to look to, you know, if you're Blitzy now, just trying to make sure that you don't concede on your offense. I highly doubt we're not going to see Scrap. Not Scrapped. Skitter. Sorry, I see a disgusting gutter runner and I immediately think of one player. This was the player I thought, and there was the POW. Can Archangel pick up the ball?
Yeah.
He's going to get 2 goes at it by the look of it. been not a very nice turn, not a very nice half for the Nurgle.
Ouch! And another try bites the dirt.
For sure. There's some not very nice options most places.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is
Staying where he is. And the rock comes in from the killer. Needs to get rid of something here.
if I had a gold crown for every player I've seen lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own team.
I was having a debate about
You only
core
need a
Mighty
million
Blow actually,
gold, right?
and I think it's good in league play. In the long term, I think it does good. Now, now I think the piling on has gone. It's still a skill you want to take, but it's no longer the reliable removal piece that you were used to. Ouch. Double one.
Yeah, something needed nerfing of that from I guess the
So many things.
I'm not sure I'd be throwing that dice at all, actually, to be honest.
Halflings match or something?
I don't think it's needed. I think those players are probably out of this drive now. Just leave them there. Don't free up the blitz, so this blitz is now another piece and has sure hands. Which I suspect is what Blitzy was trying to do there. I suspect that was the thinking. That if you could knock this player down and you had it was a 50-50 of doing that. It means that you're then forcing Archangel to probably use a reroll in order to pick up the ball.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Queen Maximus has got the Agi too, hasn't he? So
That's true. You only need one set of bad dice on this turn, though, and then that becomes, 67%. Good result. So this is what I was talking about. You want the you want some bad dice. So there goes the reroll. It's not a KO. And this is where I would now be absolutely on this next turn, hitting that sure hands player.
did you jump over here with an AG2 player? Are you jumping over that prone
Get
player?
it.
Oh.
Does go for it.
What a bunch of incompetent gits. If I had my way, I'd flog them all.
Oh, decisions. Probably blocking here to release this rot spawn. Has to push right. We'll follow up, I'm sure.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
So the bigger threat is the sure hands player. But it's not in scoring range.
It is scoring range, it's only
That's a good choice for
but it is in handoff range.
He got himself out of a dangerous situation. That's a good choice for this play. That guy will never fall.
So let's see whether Archangel can unlock the puzzle here. Potentially block here. Block onto the ball, see what happens. Perhaps.
Let's take a look at that play. Yes, the
KO at this point really irrelevant.
player's eyes
Yeah,
rolling up into his head.
but at least that means he's got a square to move the dodge, the blodge test into.
So lineman probably to clear off this player here. And then this blitzer to clear that player off there. Blitz probably used somewhere. Not really sure where the blitz is going.
Yeah, no, Mathmas, you're right, because if that player doesn't wake up, then both of them don't wake up, then
Oh, from the purposes of like this drive.
yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, Blood Bowl Live are here! Hi, Blood Bowl Live!
That could have been worse.
We were, I was calling out your wonderful content.
Can't get a better player than John here. They're guaranteed.
Please,
Oh, is
please, genuinely, everybody, please do go and listen to the people at Blood Bowl Live. They're really good.
This was the clock early.
Did you lose Blood Bowl Live? Oh, did you play some Dark Elf coach? I think. I jest, of course. Some horrible, horrible Dark Elf coach. We didn't even get a beer at Hopsters to wash it all down. Well, yes, Mathimus has called it. It was relevant because it hasn't come back. But is irrelevant if he can't pick up the ball, and then the rat comes in and picks it up. This is still not a terrible situation for the Nurgle. It's not ideal. It's just not completely terrible.
No, it's still game on, but it's uphill game on, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
100%. That dead orc is not the kind of dead orc you wanted to see. You want to see one of the really good ones. It's a very curious question now, because I always think with the fact that you've got overtime available, do you as the Nurgle player just, I mean, you can approach this in a number of different ways. I mean, I'm not really sure you've got the skills to try and hold out for a 0-0, or try and, you know, just let the Orcs score and then try and let Skidder, let Skidder do its thing. There's still a little bit too much stand firm around, but it is an interesting conundrum. You know, could you try and get this to overtime, try and get these couple of players back? But the injury dice were very, very nice against that Claw Mighty Blow player, for sure.
yeah, I think you almost play like semi tilt, and just go for it. Because I think if you just retreat, Archangel's such a good manager of the clock and has the mighty blow and the strength advantage that I think attrition will play. So it's a knockout game. I'd go for it. I'd try and do something crazy with the button.
I mean, the obviously the problem in especially with this team. I mean, the other Chaos teams I think can use Skitter perhaps a little bit better than Nurgle can, because Nurgle are just so slow, and obviously Skitter's so fast. You can't really afford to push Skitter really far back into the backfield all on its own. Without it probably getting murdered.
Yeah. An Archangel
top chaos coach in the league is saying full on send it and just hope for Nuffle. So
yeah.
What do I know? I'm not a bash coach. This is completely someone else's area of expertise.
I just think if you look at these two teams, I mean the attrition's already taking the Nurgle down to 10. If you just slow roll it, it's gonna really add up by turn 13.
That's a horrible kick, and the weather's improved. That's really cruel to the Nurgle.
The whole dynamic of the game is about to change.
It did go back to perfect conditions.
Yeah.
What we need much like the cricket today, for those cricketing fans, we really need like one of those Optistats percentages of teams.
By the way,
draw.
What a great test match that was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was listening to the last few overs with bated breath.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried.
I do like that version of the game, and I don't necessarily think we need to try and make everything bite size for everybody.
No, it's true.
If I had a gold crown for every player I've seen lying on the field during
It's
my
nice to
career,
see the longer.
I could start my own team. You only need a
And a little bit of a rest from Basil. It was a nice test to watch.
So we obviously need to remember cricket is more of it is quite a niche sport, isn't it? Globally, there's not that many.
No, there's not many countries that play, but I think because of Indian interest, it's like one of the top 3 sports in the world in terms of support and viewing figures. But I don't know how that's going to translate at UKBBL.
I think we've just witnessed the first foul appearance fail. Time for Blood Bowl Cricket Edition. What would that look like? The ball spiked. And like, you have to run a gauntlet, maybe, as you try and get runs. Booby traps in the pitch for the fielders.
Those players are running each other ragged.
You could have some crazy fun with that game.
You could do, couldn't you?
If Blood Bowl Live is still here, maybe that's your next hot take. We actually need a Blood Bowl cricket. Yeah, clubs instead of bats. That would definitely be Baseball.
Maybe a little bit more baseball. I like the way that Blitzy's approached this turn. I do think it's the way to go. Try and put some pressure on and get the ball out somehow.
Well, I think it's definitely a case of throttle the middle, try and force you down the side. What other sports could you Blood Bowl?
Basketball might not be a bad one to do.
Actually, that's yeah, a much shorter version of the game than no normal football. They're too precious.
Maybe that we have basketball and 2 elf teams play it. It's up and down, isn't it?
Ice hockey. Great
Yeah.
answer. That's a helpful wrestle. Fishing. Well, each player has a firearm on their boat.
Crocodile Dundee style, those old enough to remember.
Everybody gets a bomber for fishing. You have to sink the boats. Do you know what actually makes me think about is you could have why not have different terrains on a Blood Bowl pitch? So instead of having grass, why not have Blood Bowl on a lake and they're all on boats? And they have like you can damage the other person's boat. Yeah, but they're like add 1 to armor rolls. You can sprint 1 further. I mean, I'm sort of like real crazy stuff.
Ships meets Lord of the Rings.
Incidentally, you can play some different weather tables at the Nest Point Cup. That's the second plug I've got of that. How many can I get through in the entire stream? Man of War meets Blood Bowl.
Oh, Man of War, now that was a game I enjoyed.
See, I just think of Hogs of War, which was a great game. PlayStation 1. Water Polo Blood Bowl Edition. Oh, did you play Hogs of War, Ugg? What a game.
Was that the squad builder with pigs?
Basically, it was Worms Armageddon.
Yes, I remember
3D
that.
with pigs.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Now, if you want to go and watch some politically incorrect 1990s video game nostalgia, Hogs of War is about as politically incorrect a game that you could find. I mean, if that was released in 2025, you'd get sued.
How's the missus, Bob?
Ex-Mrs. Jim, but that don't mean I misses her. She took everything in the divorce, including my family's sacred gut plate. The cow.
This is a good game. Sort of what other sports could you do for Blood Bowl? But the motorsport again makes me think of another great PlayStation game, Destruction Derby.
Oh,
Amazing game.
Yeah, that was.
There is a game of Blood Bowl here, but this is kind of what our streams descend into after a short amount of time, isn't it?
Well, at least we're not talking about niche British foods.
Oh, we've got some new viewers. Can we ask about Toad in the Hole?
Did this guy leave his brain in the
this rot spawn has been abject, legitimately
Yeah.
terrible.
It's the challenge of big guys, aren't they?
However,
They
the
can
rot spawns have been unbelievable. Like that's the third one dice knockdown on a big un from a rot spawn.
A good coach always uses the right player for the right job. Push back, but not over.
Blitzy isn't in a terrible position here, actually.
I mean, it's by no means it's not over. You only needed like maybe a couple of stuns or a stun and a KO from a Nurgle perspective, and this game really starts to unravel. However, the Orcs obviously do have options on the next turn because you've got the big one over here along with the two rotters. You can, if you want to, make a swing this way. I mean, this would be what, Archangel's turn 12, so still maybe a little bit early to want to start pushing down the field. But the lack of I'm going to curse it by saying this, so I'm going to say it after. The lack of armor breaks and removals from this first sort of 5 turns from each player has not been very high. There was a nice stun there. Really just want to see the rot spawn do something. Would be nice. But an interesting choice here. Do you burn your blitz to try and release the rot spawn? Because the rot spawn's starting to get taken out of the game. And I mean, you've got this group of orcs here against these 5 players, and this group of orcs are going to win every time.
Yeah. I don't even know whether you try and release the rot spawn and get him on the camera.
I'm not even sure who you do it with. I mean, it would have to be that player, but you're then giving up this space here, and the orcs are just going to run down, set up camp, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop them. I think you're almost just kind of having to take the front up and hope for the best. Yeah, not a great block there. At least the rot spawn gets him. Again, rot spawn's been great.
If those wrestling pick skills are random.
I think there are a couple that are picked, and then there was another one that was randomed.
That player appears to be anchored to the spot.
Well, at least the rot spawn is awake and breathing. Though at this stage, I mean, the orcs can basically do what they want here. I think this group of orcs can basically push where they want. What are we saying? Oh, foul appearance. Very nice. That complicates matters. I think this is just kind of it's got to be the game plan really for the Nurgle. It's just got to be slow them down long enough that they can't get up the other end and score.
Get up or get off the field.
Yeah, but I like the way that, I've said it a few times, but I like the way that Blitzy's doing it. He's not retreating. He's got Archangel by the belt.
Yeah, definitely keeping them honest here. Blood
There's
Bowl
only
Golf.
one word to say about this ball.
Blood Bowl Live. How would Blood Bowl Golf be played? There's not a lot of player interaction. I think you need games where you'd have player interaction. Oh, that's not great. That's not great at all. Immediate thought is the ball is a snotling. Actually, to be fair, you do have maybe as a good pastime, the runt punters, they could play foot golf. That's kind of how they train to be Blood Bowl players. You know, hone their skills playing foot golf, and then ooh, now this is tasty. I think Blitzy's got a chance here.
Yeah. No, do you 1D block with the
You
with
don't
the rotter?
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's a better place for him to go. I wouldn't have been trying to tentacle in there. There's definitely a chance here. Gonna have to be massively lucky.
He's always got the stab option.
But yeah, it's obviously just against the armor 10.
Yeah.
That's, you know, you're looking for a 1 in 6.
And do you want to throw your sort of equalizer right into the next attempt at this stage?
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, I was basically looking at, you know, could actually the dirty player go and do the 1 dice block and kind of throw something at it?
Okay. Mm.
But I mean, Blitzy could make this quite interesting at this point.
The spawns misbehave so much. You risk a blitz and a GFI to
Yeah, I mean, you could even also take the option of trying to blitz this blocker, trying to bring the rot spawn round, and trying to stick him on the ball carrier. That's another option you could have. Again, though, it doesn't feel like it's in keeping with the way that Blitzy's trying to structure this drive, which is basically keep all the players in front of the ball. It feels, again, it's just my elf brain. I think it's kind of like, well, get round the back and, you know, harass. I don't think that's how you want to play Nurgle. Having played one game of Nurgle for 6 turns before my ladder opponent conceded.
The thing is with the rot spawn is it is anchoring Blitzy's left flank. That's helpful. I think you might be taking the blitz and the tag up there.
Oh, gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Ouch. Double pow. Do you skittery in here? Got to skittery, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah.
Got to try and skittery.
Yeah, that was great blitz. Good blitz. Got it. Oh dear.
Now he's in the arms of Nuffle. So I'm just going to turn off the skills for a minute because I think that might make us be able to see. Risky. I understand why you go for it though. Now you don't want to follow up here. Oh, stand firm's such an annoying skill.
It's a wonderful skill if you're a Bash team.
100%. But it's not what you want really in that scenario.
He seems a little stunned, doesn't
You
he?
really want to be able to push him there.
Close, and
Yeah.
so much can still happen. Nothing certain in this game.
I'm just being.
This is a fairly easy,
Yeah.
routine 2 dice block against a player that doesn't have block, and you can absolutely use a tackle piece in order to do it. So this is fairly rudimentary block here. I'm inclined to take the both down there, to be honest,
Now that's a real mess.
and wrestle. Just because it frees up, it would free up that lineman. Then that leaves Matamus to go and pick up the ball. Quadruple push is what Blitzy's going to be praying for. Pushes and skulls across the board.
Yeah. I mean, this is the contrarian in me, but he had to go for that. But in doing so, it's sort of like.
We're now in an all or nothing scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had a gold crown
Okay,
for
so
every
what
player
order
I've
does he
seen
do
lying
it?
on
So
the
I think he
field
brings the
pulling my
thrower
career.
in support.
Well, I could start my
Blitzes
own
with the
team.
lineman.
You
I
only need
can't
$1
blitz with the
million
lineman
gold.
because the rotter's there. Yeah. So he has to do it with Mathamus. So I just think it's these games, as I say, we've always said about, you know, tiny margins.
Like a good old-fashioned fight.
Taking that both down just releases that player. So he wants Skitter to live here.
Almost competent. Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
I'm surprised. I mean, what do I know to an Arc how to play? I'm surprised Archangel didn't tag that up with a GFI. Tag with the lot.
Very nice moves. Should they be stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots?
Oh,
Yeah, now it's got a bit stretched. This is looking like an Orcs win here.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I mean, you've still got a chance to blitz. You'd have to take a 3+ dodge on a Pestigore and then go for 2 go for it. If you can get Skitter out, it gives you an assist as well. But to be honest, you probably want to be picking up on Skitter.
That ball's starting to look a little tatty. When are they going to replace it?
I don't know, Rob, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls, please!" I'm not going to do it.
Buzzkill. Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
But yeah, I did say, yeah, I forgot Skitter's actually strength 2, so he didn't need the assist.
He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
That was important. That fired.
Yeah, still not over. Feel like it's been some important dice here. You just like a KO or a stun. Just be so important here.
Get off the field. He's sprinting. Let's hope it's going to be okay.
Yeah, sure, Pete.
Gets the knockdown again.
Drip. This'll be good for the Raiders. He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
I'm almost playing for time here now.
Yeah.
Don't think you re-roll that.
If you can't pick the ball, then what are you doing in the sport?
It's a funny old game. Actually, I think that's possibly the worst bounce.
Yeah, because he can.
Because now you can just blitz it and go and pick up the ball. Archangel's got 2 re-rolls in the hutch and still has the horrible movement 7 piece.
But it's turn 14. I'd say Blitzy's still got a chance of shutting this out. I mean, whatever the result, this is a valiant effort from him, actually.
I do think it's definitely Blitzy's been playing the worst team. I think he's had to work hard for his fruits here.
Yeah.
Definitely as well, given the fact that he's lost probably his most effective player, or 2 of his most effective players. It would be nice if he could tentacle here.
Takes a skillful player to stay up under such a sustained assault. Count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time.
Bad dice, all he
That's a good
needs bad
choice for the
dice.
display.
Double push is bad dice. Well, double push is not bad dice, double push is not successful dice.
The player's taking the ball. The end zone is close.
Interesting placement.
A snotling baked in a pie stands more chance than this poor kid. Actually, where's the...
Oh, wait! Something's happening. That's why I love this game.
And it's down for all.
Still a chance.
How actually get a blitz on you if the Orcs ball fires? So the floater above the Orcs ball.
Oh, dearie me.
Did this
Yeah,
guy
there we go.
leave his brain
I jinxed it.
out?
Sorry, Blitzy.
So a bit of me thinks is what you want to do is that would actually have been my blitz, and I'd have stuck that bloater right in front of Mappinus. I think the Orcs might be away now.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame after such a good game. I think you have to follow.
Now his fighting can move.
Yeah, because you've got to try and get rid of that stand firm. Ooh, that's good.
Disappointing for Rotspawn, essentially costing him the game. Is he going to try and then go for the hero play?
They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time.
Rotters have been so good all night. Dodge out on a 4+.
If you had a choice between this player and another,
Going to be he's going to go 5+ down the sideline.
Oh, get him!
get
Oh,
up.
do you know what? I'm loving your reactions, Phil, because I'm watching on Twitch. I'm a little bit behind. But I can tell what's happening with the
such an important knockdown.
and that one as
Sorry,
well.
that one's really important.
Incredible sequence. Exactly.
So I think this is now worth trying to dodge this last rotter out. That's what I would have done. I would have tried to dodge this last rotter out, try and get it around the ball. With 2 turns left, that big un's not really helping anyway. Feels like it's heading to overtime.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
So you've got here one. If you can get the guard piece in there, a 1D block with Mathimus on the bloater.
I think you probably won't. You only need to fail this foul appearance. The ball's really awkward.
Yeah.
Because you want a player there really to clear that bloater out, or to help clear that bloater out.
Well, you can move the guard piece into its right as we're looking at the screen, and 1D blitz with Mathimus, and you've got a reroll in the bag.
So
you can at least get it away from them.
Just popping this up on the screen as well. You know, even if Arcane just tries to get Mathimus out,
Diving tackle, yeah.
you've got the it's not the diving tackle, it's the shadowing.
Oh,
so,
is it?
Skidder's got shadowing. I think that what would that be, a +2? So you'd be looking at a 4+. Can he get the? Is he going to go for it? Gotta try and do the shadowing. Doesn't get it. Look at those lovely dice for the Orcs.
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the big bloater's activated. Very nice. One more.
They'll need to scoop up that ball and quickly.
You sending Skrit up the field.
Yeah, I think you've got to try and send somebody up the field here. It's not going to be Skitter though. The Nurgle done phenomenally well to hold out those Orcs.
Yeah.
Fair play to them. They have done a brilliant job. Because I don't think the Orcs can now score. Yeah, stellar job there by Blitzy. Well done.
Where is? Okay.
Well, I think it's basically because the team is you now can't score. It doesn't really matter what happens. You just want to try and stop your players from getting splattered.
A good coach always uses
Can
the
we
right
get?
player.
Oh, it's a bit of a long shot, but he does have a frenzy big and that really is. Yeah, chain push next to the.
I
Yeah,
mean,
League
technically,
Two,
that rot spawn is a scoring threat. Skitter's passing. I mean, it's going to be sixes, but you've seen weirder things happen. I think Archangel will obviously be aware of it. He's got to make sure that he doesn't give a free go at this.
Let's take a quick look at that play. Yes, the unmistakable sign of a player's eyes rolling up into his head. He'll be out for some time.
Needs a lot of those to come back.
Got the advantage, but there is no sure thing in Blood Bowl.
Oh, can he chain push?
yeah.
Probably what he's looking at. I can't really see what the route would be. You need that square there filled in. And you'd need those two. I don't think the Orcs have got enough players.
No.
Well, obviously Mathimus would be one of them. And you've got the other Black Orc. So, I mean, you can fit it in. It's about filling that square there. And there's just not a spare player in order to do it. Unless, of course, you went for the Hail Mary and tried to get Electric Nut out. I mean, that would have actually done it. If you could have brought him round there. Mathimus out. There was a play there.
There was.
I think possibly on tabletop you have a little bit of time to kind of sit down and see it, but free stab with Skitter.
Try and blitz the ball out.
That could fail,
Yeah.
whereas the at least with the stab you can't fail on that. Decided to go for the big one.
Yeah.
So how many of these KOs do we get back? All bar one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. And Nurgle won the toss. However, Archangel's got a reroll. Well, I don't know about chat, but I thought that was an odds-on Orc win in that second half.
Yeah, Blitzy.
Have I been calling?
Yeah.
No, I have been calling the Rot Spawn. The Rotters. I'll call the Rotters from now on. We'll just take a quick minute or 2-minute comfort break, folks. I'll leave in the capable hands of Little Wing. Just for a quick comfort break.
Roger. So what are we thinking now, chat? Which way is this going to swing in OT? Would you go for this quickly, or would you try and drag it out?
This needs to be a hell of a kick. Used well, it could be a big advantage over the opposition.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That split the chat. Yeah, it's one of these situations where the Orcs have the speed. It's not like you can even take a flank and stall it. But maybe that's the plan.
On Twerper has just sent you a rather intimate message, Bob. Would you like to take a look?
What is ogre on ogre action?
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is splat.
I think at the very least, Blitzy showed his hand. He's coming down this left-hand side, although he could see Saul.
Count those teeth, Jim.
We're just talking about the potential for a quick score here.
Yeah, it's sort of split chat.
That player better get up. Nothing good comes from spending any time on the ground in this game.
I mean, the one thing about quick score, I know it's different from Nurgle, is at least it gets a score on the board. I think Albion would need to do some serious bashing to be able to get 2.5.
You probably have to see what happens on this turn. You take 3 or 4 to score and maybe give the Orcs 4 to reply. But Blitzy will be feeling a lot better that he's essentially got most of his team back. Winning a reroll on the kickoff as well, really key.
Yeah.
That's it. Force them back and then
That Black Orc's now out of position and blockable. Really putting the pressure on.
count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up
So I think this has probably just increased the odds of a quick score. So move Skitter over to the right hand side
Yeah.
of our screen with the 2 rotters. you can possibly get down to about, I'll have to show it on the bowl. Bowl 3, 1, 5. So there's 9, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can get down to about there.
Anybody got any playing cards?
So obviously you have to be really careful of the
Who knows the rules for Nurglings in the closet?
other players around. Of course, you can still commit to that side, but I just feel like you've got the 2 rotters over there. You'd have to bring up Mathamus to try and threaten the ball, but obviously Skidder can just run round you. Blitzy quite rightly having a good think about this one. The other thing as well I always like to mention at this point is Blitzy has 4.5 minutes left on his clock. Archangel has 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Did you know the Spike Magazine trophy was forged in Hellfire?
So a clock management
But
will come in as well.
if Blitzy keeps, if he's, I mean,
Many slaves died.
the bank can be both ways, isn't it? Because Archangel's a good enough player to be processing his next turn now, whilst Blitzy is thinking about his turn.
But I mean, obviously, you can make the argument that they've played 16 turns and Archangel's had to use 7 minutes and 4 seconds available. And I am a maths teacher, but I'm not going to do 7 divided by 16 in my head to work out how many seconds he's using.
After hours, no need.
So it looks like he's going to commit to the flank that he's already on.
Fantastic.
That push really sucks.
What was that, Jim?
What, Bob?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you've got to follow it up with.
I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase.
I almost think that stops you from pushing down that flank now.
Don't do it again. I hate
Because if you
bad
follow up, it's
cards.
getting blocked next turn. And you're just going to run down a cul-de-sac.
It's pretty dangerous to go backwards as well, though, in a way.
I mean, the Orcs are in a great place for the.
Jeremiah Cool always said
Still can't buy a
superior
armor break.
skills prevail.
This is risky. I'm not really sure what his plan is here.
Let's go next turn.
That's a good choice for this.
Well, that knockdown's incredibly important. Oh, he's 1 short. Get us 1 short. You know that 1 is around the corner. I would suspect this blitzer will be moved back as the safety, and Mathamus can be then moved in. Come on, get one of these. Oh, he's decided to pass it.
It's interesting.
Get in their face.
My only thinking is that then the rot spawn has to only deal with 2 players in order to be able to reposition.
That's a good choice for this play.
Now only 1. There is a blitz there, should he want to go for it.
Yeah.
With fifth swing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
He gets a kind bounce here.
He's sprinting. Let's hope it's going to be okay.
Right.
So you run Mathimus in and try and pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, on the right flank, it's pretty open. That was a really nice turn by Albion. He didn't get all the dice he needed, but that was a really nice turn.
I think the fact that player that Black Orc up there had frenzy
Yeah.
was the bit that changed it. But a vital tentacles there. Don't think there's any other thing for it. You got to do a dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rush. Oh, you can block there. Yeah, there you go. Some attrition, finally. Just get rid of this player.
There's a couple pretty good players.
Really needs a removal here. Hey! Sorry.
Mathimus, you are dead.
Too late, Bob. Nothing can be done. When you catch the plague of Nurgle.
Now we need to see that in the league.
Ladies.
Pretty sure Archangel will be outgoing now.
Turnover.
Although maybe not. He has been talking about.
I think Mathimus is one of the ones who's going to get cut at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That kind of player is a luxury that in redraft I think you can't afford. Or you can. It would just be your only player. Long term, anyway.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
That's.
So I mean, you're now trying to pick this up without the sure hands.
Could blitz the short hands player. Agree.
Yeah, that's cheap. Of course, though, if it doesn't come off, the angle's not great. Yeah, so that's made the angle terrible.
Dice did nothing for Archangel.
There's only one
It's
word
got
to say.
really close.
Not a word, Jim.
Again.
A sound.
And I wonder, had he had the bank, whether he'd have blitzed that short hands player. Because this is the sort of thing that back running on a time base last to effect, isn't it?
The rot spawn finally doing something. 11 seconds left on that clock.
Yeah.
That's not particularly helpful.
He's wriggled into the ground. Oh, awesome.
So 3+, 4+ pickup, 3+ dodge away.
A lot of ones there.
There we go. Said it was coming.
Should they be stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots that
And it
hard?
frees up Sure Hands player as well. It's a bad break.
Safety
You know,
and
the Orcs have now got time, so they've obviously now got the ball back essentially. So I'd have liked to have seen Archangel be a little bit more aggressive there, because you could, you know, if you can get that ball picked up and then moving, you've left one of the bloaters kind of all on his own.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers.
Probably say Blitzy's got one more chance.
Splat.
that player is a killing machine. He'll get an assist now. Listen,
Let's take a quick look at that play. Yes, the unmistakable
Attrition
sign
biting.
of a player's
So he's got one more
eyes
chance. Got to
rolling
stand up
up
these
into
two
his
players
head.
and try and blitz the ball
He'll be
carrier.
out for some time.
I think that's basically the only thing you can really do at this stage. Or blitz who he's marking and then try and mark him. But again, you're just going to be cleared off. You only need a push.
what's going on? They can't
Yeah.
run, they can't hit each other too. Useless kids.
Well, I think that's it, folks.
Yeah. Security.
Well, Blitzy gave a really good account of his Nurgle.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Played very well.
In some ways, I think unlucky to be on the losing side here. I mean, essentially, this is tournament. I mean, what you could do is you just throw a hopeful
Not over.
dodge, go for it, blitz. With no,
That's a
just
good
a
choice for this play.
ooh.
Did the attacking player just slip over?
Interesting.
Don't think it reaches, does it?
He didn't re-roll it, but that is a wrestle rock spawn.
Yeah. 3 turns, Archangel's got enough time to ground the troops.
So going to be a cheeky 5+ cage dive.
That ball's starting to look a little tatty. When are they going to replace
That
it?
double skull was really poorly timed.
And I know what you're doing. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New ball!"
Gets the 1 dice.
This player
Nice.
smells weakness.
You can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No,
Means he can get his dodge fire off as well. Very nice. Blitz here,
Yeah.
and then try and move. I don't think he needed to throw it that turn.
some bad.
Personally, I don't think he needed to throw it that turn.
And this is one of them.
I'd have been much happier throwing the blitz here, and then
Moving in across. Yeah.
trying to bring the rock spawn over.
Blitzy's got 2 turns now and a +5 dodge and a hope for a power a block.
That's probably going to be uphill.
Yeah.
It's just one of those classic bash team problems. Is the Nurgle have needed to get rid of more Orcs than they have done. I think they can consider themselves somewhat unfortunate with the block dice that they've been given and the armor rolls they've been given.
Yeah, the core players made no impact at all, have they really? Man, they got a removal last time, but
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision
He'll,
viewers.
he should wrestle
What I
that.
think of is splat.
So I'd have been wrestling that because that just takes that player out of the game. You've got essentially 4 players against 2.
I mean, it's interesting that he's left a 1D block, but I guess he's got enough players up there now for.
Are you kidding me? If you can't run, don't try
Well,
that kind
if the
of
rot spawn moves,
I've
you
seen
can
some
actually
bad Blood Bowl
clog up
matches
both
in my
these
time,
players.
and this is one of them.
If the rot spawn moves and you plop him there, that's both
This
of them.
has been a really.
Yep. Okay, so can he
Yeah.
get the one? Can he get the 1 dice blitz? Unlucky. Thing is, as well, as I don't think Archangel will want to give Blitz. He wouldn't have wanted to give him 2 turns anyway, because Skiddo would just score.
A great game so far. I seem to be having a...
Oops, excuse my bad manners. I gotta break in here. Ooh, that's very nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, he's
That's a good choice for this play.
Might have to let him have a go at the 1 turn here.
Unity is strength.
Yeah, if the KO comes back.
Well, that's interesting.
You can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No,
I don't think you can get the ball safe. I think you have to score.
he won't leave him alone anytime.
I know you can now. I'm just going to stick him right in the corner. Yeah, you now stick him right in the corner. With a reroll, basically, you can just blitz him away. Even if this player makes all the dodges that it needs, and
Yeah.
you go for it to tag him, you only need you're looking at quad skulls to stop him scoring. And just go and whack him there. To be honest, you could even put him on the sideline, and that would not be a problem. I mean, unless there's something absolutely outrageous from the rot spawn. Which has now been covered, basically. That's the only thing I can see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he did go for it. I'd have just whacked him in the corner
Are doing their job.
and won the game.
One team is missing its best player.
Interesting.
I don't think the Nurgle have got all their players. They were one down or with 3, weren't they? So playing with 8.
That's great.
Have to respect Skitter here. And he has 3 stand firm players.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're looking for a timeout here. And if it's not, then that is the game.
Yeah. Archangel's broken his
No, Skitter's
semi-final.
not even on.
Yeah, he's not on. Yeah. Right. Yeah, well played both coaches actually.
Yeah,
it was a really good
very
game.
good, very entertaining game. 100%. Yep, that's the game. Well done to both. Very enjoyable stream again.
Yeah, I feel slightly worked out just watching this game. The players must be a bit fried.
Yeah, sorry, I'll let everybody watch the game because I
Find me some action. Oh, too easy.
move my mouse over. Well, Blitzy quite within his right to see whether he can kill any more Orcs. So many of these FA Cup games go to overtime, which I think just shows that the league is really quite well balanced in terms of the skill levels that come on the show.
Yep, and you regularly see sort of lower division players going deep as well.
Love Blitzy going for the foul there. On the armourer value, 11 plus. Well, there we go, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this evening's stream. Really good game.
Yep, I enjoyed it. Brilliant game.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm on the stream, and it's 25 to 11. And it's getting close to my bedtime. So I think we'll say well done to both players. A very, very entertaining game. 100%. Was a very, very good. Was a very, very good watch, even though quite intense on the brain. But a really, really good game. So the FA Cup final will be against another couple of batch sides, where Chaos will be looking to win their first FA Cup since someone called Andy Davo, I think, won. Can't remember who he is. Oh no, sorry. The last one would be Jester's 77. So he won back in season 32 with the Chaos. Archangel, however, is looking for his 2, 3, 4. 5th FA Cup win to take him 1 behind max damage, who currently holds 6 with Tales from the Crib, and that legendary Skaven side. So we'll say thank you very much to everybody on the stream. We'll say thank you very much to Littlewing for the
Thanks, Phil. Thanks, everyone in chat.
Impromptu co-commentary.
My pleasure.
Given BB Nut had other arrangements that he needed to do. So thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you for the FA Cup final, and have a great rest of your evening, whatever is left of it.
Good night, all.